So for this week's video, we're in the village or pueblo of Haria, spelt Haria, H-A-R-I-A, but pronounced Haria. The H is silent in Spanish, and there's an accent on the I, which is why you push on that syllable, so it becomes Haria. This is also known as the Valley of a Thousand Palms, and that's why I started this video with the focus on that young Canarian palm. But as I scan around, you can see palms everywhere here. It's the home of Lanzarote information, and also it was the home before he died of Cesar Manrique, and this was his house. Lots of palms, as you can see. Some beautiful palm metal gates. It's closed at the moment. I don't know when they plan to reopen it, hopefully soon. If you're ever in the north of the island, do come and visit. In front of the house is a barranco. A little bit later on I'll show you the other end of this barranco. They're designed to take water when it rains from the hills. Unfortunately, we haven't had rain for over a year. So this is the house he lived in at the time that he died. I'm just going to sort of peer in. There's one of his cars under a cover there. It's a fantastic visit. The house... Oh, nearly caught my fingers then, apologies for that. The house looks like he got up this morning and walked out. So his shampoo is there, his favourite wine is there, his dressing gown and slippers are there. It says closed, oh, it says it in English actually, closed due to health crisis until new date. I was going to translate that for you. So what we'll do now is wander down through the pueblo and show you a bit more of the centre and so on. But all around us we've got these hills, and at the back the famous switchback road which goes up to the highest point in Lanzarote. I don't know how well we'll see around the corner of those palms. Yeah, there you go, Mirador de Haria there in the distance. So let's head down into the village and show you a little bit more of Haria. This is a eulogio, and unusually for someone who's had a statue made of him in the plaza, or close to the plaza, he is still alive very much, and his workshop, his basket weaving workshop, is just up the hill a little way from Cesar Manrique's house. This statue lights up at night, and it's an incredible likeness of him. You can go and see him sat working, and he looks exactly like that. I've stopped here because that building across there is the Mercado Municipal. Has a fantastic spit roasted chicken shop in it. There's a butcher's, there's a big cafeteria. They sell tapas to eat in or take out. There's a butcher's, there's a fruit and veg section, and a health shop, and it really is worth visiting. And it's literally just round the corner from the Ayuntamiento. If I swing round, the building at the end with the balcony is the Ayuntamiento, so you walk up this way and you cross the barranco on one of these bridges, and you'll find these barrancos running through the village, so when it rains heavily in the hills, the water just flows down here a bit like a river. And this side of the Mercado Municipal is this building, which is the Artisans Workshops, and you'll see pot makers and various artists working in there and displaying their wares as well. Every pueblo has a plaza, normally a square in the centre of the village, but it's always the sort of social and cultural centre of the village. There's nearly always a church, as there is here in Haria. You can probably hear the birds singing in amongst all these trees. Haria is famous for its beautiful trees in the plaza which provide shade. There aren't normally vehicles parked here. They're They're actually here to trim the trees. And you'll often find a sociedad as well. And this is Haria's sociedad with the tables and chairs outside, run by David and famous for the garlic prawns. I'm just going to walk you down the plaza to the other end. This is where the market takes place on a Saturday. Buenas. Hola. Me imagino que tampoco podría. And the guy in the lighter shirt there was David, who runs the Sociedad. When we have musical events, they're always held on that stage. And there are some lovely old houses here. This one's not in very good condition. Little clothes shop there. Bar Folele is a quirky little bar, isn't open very often. And Tacande, one of our favourite restaurants in the village there, obviously not open yet, it's quite early in the morning. But La Esquina at the end is open. And I'll just take you around the corner to show you a bit of village life. These yellow markings on the ground are for the stall holders on Saturday market day. Across the road we've got La Despensa, which is one of the 3 little supermarkets we've got in the village. These walls are where the old boys often sit when they're not having a coffee at the bakery on the corner there. And we'll move on. And the grand building you see to the left of the screen there is the Ayuntamiento. Pueblo itself is quite small, only 600 population, but we are the municipal town, or like a county town I guess you'd say, for a large municipality which is Haria, which incorporates Arrieta, Punta Mujeres and so on. This used to be the town Aljibe. So it's the water storage for the whole town. There's now a lovely room down there which is used for art exhibitions and stuff like that. Has these magnificent bougainvillea trees. And that's the Technica office in the background. So if you want planning permission for anything in Haria, that's where to go. And next door to the Ayuntamiento, over on the right now, is the town library, the Biblioteca. Let's move on to the plaza. We finished up in the little cemetery of the Pueblo. Cesar Manrique is buried here. I don't really want to spend loads of time talking in here, it kind of feels a bit disrespectful. But there is a lovely view from here back towards the Pueblo and the valley around us, and this road here goes down to Arrieta, and in the distance there you can probably see the ocean. So this is where Manrique was buried following his accident in 1998. He still has a massive influence on the island, probably the most used name in newspapers, websites, books about Lanzarote, information about Lanzarote. Much of what you and I all love about the island is as a result of his tenacity in preventing high-rise building, and for the island to try and retain the culture that he remembered from his youth. And you can see that in evidence in front of you right now, actually. Low-rise buildings, all whitewashed, green windows, and so on and so forth. So that's it from Haria this week. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch up with you soon. Bye for now.